The following program is rated D for dumb.
All right, thank you, Harry. Appreciate it. Harry's AI voice supplied by Awesome and Saturday Surfers. Linda Irwin, the host of that show. You can find that on Spreaker. Thank you, Linda. Happy holidays. Come on, everybody. Let's go for a drive.
9 o'clock, I'm bored to death. Smoke so much I can smell my own breath. My baby left me. My best friend's not at home. Can't get that woman off my mind. I've never been the brooding kind, but there's still one thing makes me come alive. Yeah, I'm gone for a drive.
The following podcast is rated D for dumb. You're listening to Dumbing It Down with Dave, the fastest podcast on earth. Listen to Dave commute to and from work on the New York State Thruway in his 2008 Kia Rio LX. He talks about pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. Join Dave as he asks and tells you how life ought to be. And now, here's Dave.
All right, thank you, Alex. That's Alex Exum, E-X-U-M, AlexExum.com, doing the announcing for the last 4 to 5 years. Hey, everybody, you want to dumb it down and go for a drive? There you go. A little bit of a stale intro there, kind of like formulaic. But I like getting it in there. I get the AI voice in there. I get Hal and Finley in there doing the song Going for a Drive. I give him a thank you. I mentioned the Bandcamp. Go to bandcamp.com. Only a couple of days left to Christmas. You missed the big Hanukkah deal. The big Hanukkah deal was Going for a Drive was available for $1. Yeah. And it was available for $1 8 straight days. And now Christmas, it's going to be available for X amount of straight days for $1. Going for a Drive. This song, written, sung, composed, orchestrated, distributed, posted, whatever, by Hal and Philly, Hal Aaron Cohen, the host of the show Road Warriors, and it's easy when you know how, and this song will be available. There you go. I can't fade it out. I can only hit the button. So, there you go. He's a musician. He's a good guy. He's out of work because of the COVID. Although, I wonder if everything's going to get back to normal real soon. Apparently, we're all getting inoculated. Is that the word? We're all getting... there's another word in my head. I know that's not the word. That's the word you have when you have sex. We're getting it injected. That's the word I want. We're all going to get injected with the vaccine. Are you going to get injected with the vaccine? I think I'm going to hold off for a while. I'm going to hold off. I mean, if everybody in the world is going to get the vaccine, then why do I need it? I don't have it, and I'll just wait. That's how I feel. I'm just going to wait. I don't really need it. You're all going to get it. So get it. And then I'll wait. If you all have it, then I don't need it. That's how I think. Is that wrong? I think it's pretty pragmatic. And it doesn't really matter. I haven't really given it a lot of thought. It just makes sense to me. Like, why would I take somebody else's vaccine? Just go ahead and take it. All the old people, all the frontliners, the first offenders, or whatever. first, those guys. All you guys. And then I'll get it eventually. So maybe Hal will get back to work doing live gigs, and we won't be so reliant on the sales, those brisk sales of Going for a Drive on bandcamp.com. Anyway, feel free to give more than $1 if you'd like as a donation, because he has been nice enough to let us play the song. Everybody likes it. There's nobody who said to me, I don't like that song. Nobody said that to me. Everybody likes the song. In fact, we should like it so much, we should be sharing it, posting it, liking it, subscribing it, whatever, following it, and singing it, sharing it. You should buy 5 different versions and share it with your friends and family. And it should be on a car commercial, and Hal shouldn't need me to plug Going for a Drive on Bandcamp. But I'm more than happy to do it. That's the type of guy I am. Somebody lets me use this song, I plug it. Somebody gives me the AI voice, I plug them. Somebody does the announcing, even though they might not be nice to me otherwise, I'm nice back. I plug. I got a buddy right now I'm kind of on the fence with. He's like, doing these podcasts. Well, he's one of several. And I'm like, clicking like, subscribing, I share it, I comment, I tweet, blah, blah, blah. You guys don't see it because, you're busy. And he goes, he doesn't even say thank you. Hey, man, thanks for paying attention to me. Whatever. It's the same old story. Now he wants to interview me. I'm like, all right, whatever. How about returning a little bit of the love, buddy? That goes for everybody. Not just you guys. You guys are great. But, it gets a little... I know we've been down this road before, but, right? It's a little like... enough with the selfishness. By the way, I almost wrote something to him today because he wrote something to me, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't really care what he has to say. I'm waiting for the big thank you. I'm waiting for something. And I want to go, don't let this get in the way of you supporting my show like I support your show. And then right before I hit the send button, I delete. I said, you know what, Dave? Why don't you wait till you're a little bit less tired, a little bit less angry? You don't have to. You don't have to attack everybody. But then again, I kind of feel like it's not attacking; it's standing up for myself, right? It's standing up for myself. It's like, hey, you're a one-way right now. Do you realize that right now you're a one-way? You might not know that. Maybe you need me to point that out to you, right? Some people might need that. We all know that. We all know people like that. You need to point that out. Hey, do me a favor. Hold the door for me. Can you hold the door? Hold the elevator? Hey, by the way, that thing I did for you, you're welcome. Oh, no, don't say thank you now. It's okay. I didn't really need it. I was just being funny, Whatever. All those people they forget. They forget to say the right words. Is Dave a little hung up on that? I'm a little hung up on it. But I don't like to say hung up. I'm just standing up for my rights. I'm standing up for what I'm entitled to. Anyway, speaking of entitled, let's do some listeners' comments. All right, so I thanked everybody, and I'm more than happy to thank everybody. And thank everybody who's been everything you do. I appreciate it. Commenting is a big deal. I like the fact that you comment. I'm going to go back to a couple of episodes ago. I think I read these comments, but I don't remember doing it. I must have been so sleep deprived and brain degraded. So I'm just going to go back one episode. I know we're all caught up, but I like this particular comment. I want to go back to it. Should he stay or should he go? That was a title in reference to listener and commenter Bobby Massey about going to Vegas or not, because he was going to do a New Year's Eve gig, which he has since decided not to go. So should he stay or should he go? This latest installment of the Dumbing It Down with Dave podcast has Dave talking about certain events in his life, at work, and in his little podcast world. Dave also reads listeners' comments. I discuss what are the listeners' dilemmas of should he stay or should he go to Vegas. Yeah, all right, so I made that clear twice now. By the way, it is December 20th. It is a gray day. Yesterday was a beautiful day. Why did I do this podcast yesterday? Today is another gray day, but it's not. We already had our nor'easter. I got about 12 inches of snow, I think, at my house. If you want to see the snow at my house, go to Dave's Fit Life. I did 2 videos. One is a pre-snow blow, and one is post-snow blow. Yeah. How fascinating is that? You get to see my 12 inches of snow blow that I did with my Ariens snow blower. I think it's an 1120. I bought it like 10, 15 years ago. Still going strong. And I didn't break it. Usually I break it on the first go-round. I broke one shear pin, replaced that, and then it kept on going. So, first nor'easter, snowstorm of the year, snow blower worked. 4 hours of snow blowing. And then immediately after that, my wife made some dinner, and then I went to work. And I drove a truck. So, anyway, that was a lot of fun. My legs were sore. Then I posted, I need a massage on Facebook. So if you want to see the videos, they're on YouTube at Dave's Fit Life. I also posted them on the Dave's Fit Life Facebook group. You can find it there. All right, what are the comments that I wanted to go over? Oh, okay. Yeah, Bobby Massey wrote something kind of funny. Linda Irwin wrote, if I were Bobby, I would not go to Vegas. So there you go. And then Bobby decided he's not going to Vegas. All right. Bobby Massey wrote something funny because I mentioned about my job holiday meal. So Bobby Massey wrote, wham! Which, by the way, is one of my favorite things in the world. And that's I think that's definitely from Artie Lang. And Bobby knows it, and I know it too. Wham! It's like, it's so great when you go, wham! So I went a little bit. I think I might have even mentioned in my podcast that I was weighing. But if I didn't, I know I was weighing. But whatever. I verbed wah, by the way. Weighing. Wah. By the way, the appropriate amount of A's, Bobby. I think you wrote 5 A's. W, capital W, and 5 A's. I think that's wah. There's no H. Because that would be what? Right? Okay. We need to have a dictionary of all these words that aren't really words. Wah. Wah. My company holiday lunch was small. Actually, it was a dinner. Wah. My company holiday lunch was small. Wah. My paying job / career didn't provide me with a 5-star meal. Wah. Ha ha ha. Oh well, just FYI, just an FYI, Dave. My oatmeal here is fantastic. Well, Bobby had a medical procedure, and he has to eat a certain way, so not my fault. You're into that oatmeal, Bobby. That's your deal. And I eat oatmeal even without having surgery. I love my oatmeal. I just douse it with a lot of butter and salt. I have it savory. I don't do it sweet. I don't know how Bobby does it. But that is a funny comment there. Wham! My company holiday lunch was small. You know what? It was small, and wham! It was a wham. But we're so used to, Bobby, we're so used to 7 years of buffet. I mean, the milk industry is still doing well. My company's still making tons of money. But it's a COVID thing. And it was a box lunch. It was so small. Come on, Bobby. You know, you're Italian. You know, you can't be getting meat lasagna in a box, like a little spoonful portion. Should have gotten a smaller box. It would have looked like a bigger meal. All right, anyway, I thought that was funny. And then Bobby Massey wrote, "You're right, Linda. I decided I'm not going to Vegas to do a one-off show. Just not worth it. Although I was considering driving and doing a road trip. This has been the longest time lapse since my last trip out west." Yeah, that's right. He loves it out there. And Bobby Massey wrote, "I love it. Getting my comments cut off by Dave on his podcast. It's just like when Jimmy Kimmel apologizes to Matt Damon at the end of every show." There you go. All right. Yeah, I didn't have enough time. All right, so there you go. I just wanted to go over that. Episode 275, all caught up now. All caught up now. Oh, by the way, don't forget you can tweet me at Done with Dave. You know that, right? At Done with Dave. I don't get a lot of tweet activity, but feel free to retweet my posts of my podcast. If you're on Twitter, I'd appreciate that. Linda does a good job of creating. She creates a tweet. She doesn't retweet. She creates a tweet. But the rest of you, you can chip in a little bit more. I'd appreciate that. So you can also call the show at, what's the number? 3477 I am dumb. 3477, the letter I, the letter M, DUMB, or 347-746-3862. Leave a message. Haven't heard from anybody in quite some time. So I got all these listeners' comments. I got all these topics. I just did a whole show. I'm going to read you the comments that Linda left of my last show. So I'm assuming you guys must have opinions. Don't you have opinions? So here we go. I'll call the number, 347-746-3862. All caught up now, episode 275. In this special episode of Dumbing It Down with Dave, we insert a new segment we produce once every 4 years called Car Talk. During the Car Talk segment, we discuss Dave's father's, I know I did that wrong. I wrote Dave's apostrophe S, father's apostrophe S. I think you only need one of them to have an apostrophe S. It's either Dave's father's apostrophe S or Dave's apostrophe S, father's. I guess I had to go listen to that Grammar Girl podcast and she'll tell me what to do. Then we resume our regularly scheduled Dumbcast. Eventually, we get on with the business of catching up with listeners' comments. Yeah, I haven't referred to the show as a Dumbcast in a long time. It's a Dumbcast and a Carcast, by the way. All right, Linda Irwin wrote, "Preparing for the big snow to be measured in feet after it's done a week from now." So Linda, I'm getting a no reason, but Linda got the big snow. They don't measure in inches; they measure in feet. Yeah, she once posted a picture of her house basically buried. I've never seen a picture like that. How did she get out? I think she got out through the kitchen window, or it was some crazy picture she posted years ago. It seemed like a lot of snow. It seemed like it was way, 20 feet up McCall, Idaho. There you go. Okay, Linda wrote, this is 7 days ago, she wrote, "If you were a small child back in the day, You sat between two adults in the front seat, and if an accident seems to be possible, like when brakes are being slammed on, the non-driving adult would put their arm across in front of you to keep you from flying through the windshield, since no seatbelts were worn. You know, Linda, that's probably true in a very loving family. In my family, my sister and I would just carry on in the back, just killing each other, pulling hair, fighting, yelling, screaming. Mom and Dad were oblivious. I don't think they give a crap if I flew through the windshield or not. Anyway, Linda Irwin wrote, vinegary water sounds horrible to me. I drank coffee on our drink break. Yeah, well, I got used to it. Apple cider vinegar, just a splash. It's good for you. You know, it cleans you out, detoxes you. Linda Irwin wrote, a fjord is a brand of truck they drive in Scandinavia. Question mark? LOL. That's right, a fjord. I mentioned fjord because of the band I was in St. Louis. For those of you who don't remember, I was in a band and some guy wrote a composition book full of songs, and one song more mythological and ridiculous than the one before it. And the word fjord was in there. He's always going, the fjord. I wish I memorized these songs. You know, the fjord of life, the fjord of ideas, the fjord of the universe. Everything was fjord. Oh, good guitar player, though. Nice guy. Almost bought, by the way, I didn't mention, I almost bought a trailer with him. We went to a trailer park, and they were selling at the time 1980. I got out in 86 years, so we were looking at brand new trailers, and it had a hot tub and whatever. We were going to convert one of the rooms into a rehearsal studio, recording studio for the band, but he got cold feet. Otherwise, if he didn't get cold feet, would have totally been an owner of a brand new trailer, 2-bedroom or whatever, 3-bedroom, I don't know, in St. Louis, Missouri. I would have totally probably stayed there. I don't know. I wanted to move back to New York. I owned a trailer. I wanted to move back to New York, but I did because my grandfather was dying, so I felt like I had to go home. Bobby Massey wrote in response to Linda Irwin, Linda, the new Scandinavian Fjord lineup. Haha. The only car commercials where the women have thicker facial hair than a Brooklyn hipster. Is that true about Scandinavia? Is that true? I don't know. Bobby Massey with the jokes. Should be a writer. Okay, Bobby Massey wrote, another great show. Everyone be safe. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa and Happy New Year. There you go, Bobby. A little early, but thank you for all the well wishes. All right, so that's that episode. We're all caught up, 275. All right, here we go. Did I get spammed? Number 276. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're doing great on time. We're doing great on time. I'll ruin it, but we're doing great on time. Did I get spammed? Episode 276. Hope the sound is good on this. I'm holding the wire, I'm holding the phone, and I'm driving a Kia Rio. Oh, let's do a mileage report real quick. The mileage report on the Kia Rio is 288,719. 288,719. Car is running great, folks. It's running fantastic. Good of me to jinx it, though. In this episode of Dumbing It Down with Dave, number 276, Dave tells the true story of a former friend, his former friend's brother, and his former friend's brother's father. Former friend's father, right. What is it that the three of them do that is so inappropriate that Dave felt compelled to share it with you? All right. See, I really thought, why are the male relationships in Dave's life all so sour? Is it Dave or most men's inability to cope with their feelings? That's a good question. I would have expected to get a lot of responses here. I got responses from Linda, which is fine. Linda wrote 4 days ago, and today is the 20th, so she wrote this 4 days ago. We are getting our annual midsummer snow dump. That's in response to my weather report. Thank you, Linda. Linda Irwin also wrote, this might be why my social life is online. When it was in real life, people wanted me to do stuff that I was either not interested or was going to energetically deplete me. They would get upset if I did not want to participate in their activities. Yeah, Linda, that's why we're like kindred spirits. I feel the same way. Like, people are asking me stuff like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. Well, why not? It's my preference, but feel free to participate in whatever it is you want to do. Just don't include me in your dumb ideas. I mean, don't include me because I'm busy. All right. Linda Urban wrote, not that there's anything wrong with it, just I'm busy. Linda, by the way, that's totally my standby. Oh, can you, no, I'm busy. Oh, okay. You can't argue with that. I'm busy or I'm on the toilet. Or if you have diarrhea. Nobody can, you get diarrhea? Okay, forget it. No, don't worry about it. Yeah, man, I'm sorry. Nobody can argue with it. Oh, can you stop having diarrhea? No, I haven't. And it's going to be going on for a while. Oh, okay. Can you take something? No, I don't take anything for diarrhea. I just suffer through it. Thank you very much for your empathy. No. Okay, I'm sorry. Forget it. Don't worry about it. You don't have to come. No, I can't. I got diarrhea. Okay. See? You win every time. Linda Irwin wrote, I cut ties with people who treat me like your experience with the anniversary. Yeah. That old man, that geezer, that douche. My friend said, hey, come with me and say, my parents would be so excited to see you. I go, really? Okay, I don't think they really care about me, but okay, I'll do it for you, friend. Before I was referred to as the worst house guest ever. I'll do it for you, friend, because, I didn't know in the future you were going to say to me, my Trump stuff scares you off. Because I could have said, possibly being rejected by your parents scares me off. But I didn't say that. I said, okay, I'll go to the restaurant, I'll stand in a certain spot, they'll walk in, and they'll be surprised, and they'll go, oh, look, Dave, look, so-and-so, the husband, look, wife, look, Dave, Lee's friend Dave from the old neighborhood, oh, how you doing? Oh, okay, hey, hugs, oh, hey, listen, happy anniversary, guys. Oh, thanks, Dave. Are you staying? No, I can't, I gotta go, you only have a table for 8, I'm gonna be at the McDonald's, I'm waiting for my buddy, and then we're gonna see a show later, but no, thank you for inviting me, I can't, but thank you. No, I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all. These people walked in. The mom didn't recognize me. She was in some sort of, surprise haze or whatever. I don't blame her. But the father was like, ugh. And my friend goes, hey, Dad, look, it's Dave Kanyan. And he went, ugh. And he made like this hideous face. I really think I would have been in my right if I just clocked him with a left hook. Like, F you, boom. I think I would have been in my right. And everybody would have been like, what did you do? I go, did you see what he just did to me? He just made a face and a noise. He combined a negative facial gesture with a negative sound, and he pointed it in my direction with his eyeballs and his mouth. So visually and orally, he looked at me, made a negative facial gesture and sound, an accompanying sound. Ugh, ugh. And I'm like, and I was like, did everybody just see him do that? Wow. And you know what would have been nice? I always think this is my vengeful fantasy. Wouldn't it be great if I had just won the lottery and I tell my friend, I say, hey, listen, when your father comes and then he says hello to me because you're going to introduce me, reintroduce me, you're going to say, oh, look, Dad, Dave's here. Dave Kanyan from the old neighborhood. We're going to hug. He's going to be so happy to see me because I'm your friend, right? And then I'm going to say, hey, guess what? Happy anniversary. Here's a check for $10,000. I wouldn't even say, here's an envelope. Don't worry about what's inside. Have a great dinner. Happy anniversary. Open this when you get home, but don't lose it. It's very important. And then they would have went home. They would have opened up this envelope and went, oh, my God. Is this a real check for $10,000? And then my friend would have said, well, Dad, Dave just won the lottery. And he felt generous because that's the type of guy he is. So, or you would have gotten that envelope, but you made a terrible face and an accompanying sound. So Dave kept the envelope, put it in his pocket, and he yelled out loud. Did you hear that, Dad? When he yelled out loud, drop dead, douche. Oh, you didn't hear that, Dad? Yeah. Yeah, you were too busy enjoying your negative face and sound. Blah. Hey, Dad, look, it's Dave Kanyan. Blah. Oh, I felt terrible. I should have went home when that happened. I should have went home. Okay, anyway, so that's it. We're all caught up again. We're all caught up. If you wanted to leave a comment, you can still do it. I'll try to, I got to look back and I'll catch up. If you wanted to comment on the comments or comment on whatever I just talked about. Plenty of more people to talk about. I got a whole list of names, and there you go. All right, so the antidote is coming, right? The Moderna and the Pfizer with the vaccine. I think is it a prevention vaccine, or do you have to get sick and then it cures you? I think it prevents you. Is there a difference? I think there's a difference, right? One you get, and then you get the COVID, and then there's a cure, right? But the vaccine, like the flu vaccine, so they're trying to prevent you from getting the COVID. But if you already have the COVID, is this a cure? I don't think so, right? I think it's a prevention. Anyway, I'm holding off. I'm not so excited about getting it. I'm not anti-getting it, but, I don't really need a vaccine for a hoax, do I? So speaking of this whole thing, it looks like, unless something crazy happens, and I really do wish something crazy would happen, it looks like Joe Biden is going to be our president. I'm not going to throw a brick. I'm not going to start a fire. I'm not going to deny his presidency. I'm very suspect of it. I don't think he really is the winner. I think there was foul play. I think he's a foul guy anyway, with his son, with the whole thing, with the Hunter and the China, and I think it's going to be bad news. So I'm not upset because I predicted that he was going to lose huge, and then he didn't. But I just think there's hanky-panky in there somewhere, and I don't really think he won. And I definitely don't think he got 80 million votes. I just don't see that. And I got to tell you, this show, I'm afraid to write anything on a title that might show up on YouTube and get me blocked, and fake book and get me blocked. But I really want to call this episode, If I Was a Democrat. And I want to really do a whole series of, if I was a Democrat, this is how I would feel anyway. If I was a Democrat. And I got to tell you, if I was a Democrat, I would be suspect. I'd be like, all right, listen, I'm a Democrat. I told the party line. I voted for this old guy. I really wanted Tulsi Gabbard. I like Tulsi. I think that's her name, Tulsi Gabbard. I like her. I don't... See, here's what... I like her, but why did Hillary feel that she needed to call her a Russian agent? Why are you a Russian agent as soon as you're anti-Hillary or anti-Clinton? Why isn't AOC a Russian agent? Why is she okay by Hillary standards? Amazon wants to build this huge job-creating facility in New York City, and this woman, this little girl, this teeny-weeny person with a teeny-weeny brain, just kills, 25,000 jobs in Manhattan? By the way, the evacuation capital of the world. Are more people leaving faster New York City than any other place in the world? I thought I read that somewhere. It's the most amount of people and the fastest speed of evacuation, New York City, than any other city in the world. I thought I heard that. But it would have been nice if they would have stayed and taken up 25,000 jobs working for Amazon. Which, by the way, I'm not a huge fan of Amazon, but, as far as jobs go, right? So, I'm not a big fan of her. And I don't understand why she isn't a Russian. She just killed 25,000 jobs. And the Democrats just say, oh, yeah, whatever, she's cute. She's got that long black hair, she's got pretty lips, really red all the time. It's hard to believe she's a socialist. If she's a socialist, why does she bother looking pretty? Why does she just put her hair in a bun every day and not wear fancy clothes? And does she donate most of her money to, does she only keep a couple of shekels for herself? Or does she, it looks like she's buying some clothes. Anyway, and doing her hair. She's got that long black hair. She's got to be doing something with it. She's probably, got some fancy shampoo, right? I don't know. Anyway, does she have any roommates? Is she paying for that apartment all by herself? Well, that's an expensive New York City apartment, don't you think? Anyway, that's my feeling on the on everything. So thanks for commenting, folks. More episodes coming up with more people who bother me and all that other good stuff. And here I am. I'll talk now. Thank you for listening to this episode of Dumbing It Down with Dave. Goodbye, good day, good night, good luck, good riddance, good rats, Godspeed, and great skills. Take care. Thanks, guys. Take care.